What is going on, Taurus? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. Once again, this is going to be your general reading for the month of September. We're hopping into your cards, seeing what clarity we can bring out for you guys. Hopefully you've been doing good out there, having a good day or night whenever you're watching or listening to this video. Bull gang is definitely in the building. It seems like it's been forever since I talked to you guys, so you know what's up. What's up, Taurus? Let's see though, we're gonna shuffle for you a couple of times, and then after that we'll just hop right into your message and kind of skip the preliminaries. But shout out to the Bull gang once again, as always. I like how you guys come out strong every time. My #1 viewers, I just finished doing a couple of readings for the signs that I owed from last month, and now I'm back to the front of the line. So you guys are, as always, in front of the line, Bull gang. So let's do this. Let's pull some cards. The first one out, we have the Emperor. I'm gonna do 3 more for starters, and then we'll go into your message. All right, this is September. All right, we're in Virgo season starting off, just in case you were wondering. And the Hermit came out for Virgo. All right, so let's see what's going on with you guys. Crowning your reading, we're starting off with the Emperor energy. So some of you guys are showing up very large and in charge in the month of September is what I'm definitely feeling with that Emperor energy. You could be in a place where you're really wanting to take control of certain areas of your life in the month of September. You're wanting to be at the helm of the ship. You're wanting to be the captain, you know, of your vessel. And you could be trying to drive your ship or your life into a certain direction that you have been really envisioning for a while. And I feel that, yeah, this is what I'm picking up towards. You know how sometimes we can, as human beings, get into a place where we become kind of passive about our life, and we think that a lot of different things are out of our control. I don't know, for some reason in the month of September, I feel like you guys are starting to realize that there's certain areas of your life that are more so in your control than you have been, you know, realizing in the past. Because the Emperor is somebody that understands this very well, right? He doesn't allow his life or his direction to be left up to chance or happenstance, right? It's like he wants to push his life in a certain direction, and he handles all the details of making sure that goes in the right direction. So something here is happening where you guys are wanting to take control of your life. You're wanting to take your power back. Some of you guys could be taking your power back from people, from environments, from, you know, whatever. This could be society. But the Emperor energy is somebody that is definitely in a space where they're wanting to take their power back, where they have full power and control of their life, especially in the areas that you can control, right? We can't control everything. So for some of you guys, as the Emperor, you could be in the other side of the spectrum where maybe you're wanting to have too much control of your life, because now the Emperor on the bad scale is somebody that is very stubborn and wants control of everything, and he won't allow any, you know, flow of the universe inside of his life. So for some of you guys, you could be in a space where you're holding on too tight. You're wanting too much control. You're being a little bit too stubborn for the universe to really you know, shower those blessings in or give you certain opportunities in your life. So depending on who you are, what side of the scale you're on, this Emperor energy is showing up. You know, for most of you guys, though, I feel like you're doing something to really take control of your life, to really take your power back. And there are certain things that are being revealed to you as you're doing this. You also come in with this Hermit energy, Taurus. So some of you guys could be in a space where you're in hermit mode, definitely isolated to yourself, doing your own thing. But once again, there's 2 sides to the hermit, and I feel like you guys are on the second phase of the hermit, where the hermit kind of leaves the cave. He comes from out of hiding. He comes from out of isolation, and he wants to shine his light. You know, he wants to give back, when it comes down to the wisdom and the knowledge of self that he has gained. And to be honest, I was talking to somebody else about this energy. I forgot who it was. It could have been Libra or it could have been Virgo. Yeah, it could have been Virgo. This is a Virgo card, but the Virgo or the Hermit is somebody that on the first phase of their journey, they go into isolation and incubation, and they go into those dark nights of the soul, and they become awakened and they become conscious. But then they come out with that wisdom, like I was saying before, and they use it as a light to light their path, you know? And so this could be the reason why some of you guys are wanting to take control back of your life, where you're not wanting to give your power away anymore, because now you've been illuminated in a certain sense. Now you know what direction you want to head in. Now you know exactly the steps that it takes to get there, and you're in the space where you're no longer wanting to give that power away or become passive about the direction of your life, because now. Maybe before, some of you guys didn't know exactly where you were going or didn't have clarity of direction. And so now that the hermit is coming out of the phase of being in hermit mode, he's been enlightened. You guys have been awakened to something, maybe your path, maybe your purpose, maybe your soul's mission or your life's work. And so now it's time to really build that empire, right? This hermit is becoming the emperor, putting things into motion, setting things into motion, right? Because the Seven of Pentacles comes out right after that. So I feel like some of you guys have really been in this mode of waiting, being patient, waiting for your harvest, waiting for something to grow, waiting for something to take off, waiting, right? It's like, and this really matches the hermit energy, right? But now you guys are kind of like to this point of the emperor where you're tired of waiting. You're tired of being in the passenger seat. You're tired of just looking while things are happening around you. It's like you want to get into the driver's seat. You want to make things happen. You want to take action. You want to create a chain of effect, right? Like this is like, what was I about to say? Cause and effect is the emperor's energy. So you guys want to cause some sort of change, right? Some of you guys are rocking the boat. Some of you guys are stirring things up in your life, in your relationships, but you're doing this because you're wanting to show that you have the power. And for some of you Tauruses, you could have been in a place where other people have been kind of thinking that you are powerless, right? Other people have been in a place where maybe they have power over you, or maybe a job or environment or whatever certain space could have had power over you in the past here. And so now I feel like September is a month for you to really show that, I hold the power of my own life. I am the master of my own destiny, right? I get to say when, I get to say where I go, right? This is you. Like you are the master of yourself, right? So some of you guys are proving a point is what I feel in the month of September. It's like you're showing the world that you are an emperor. You're showing the world that you are a boss, right? You're a leader. You're not a follower type of energy. Let's see what else is going on. You guys have so Five of Swords energy pops out first, right? And this to me is talking about really, really standing your ground and choosing to walk away from something that maybe you've been doing. And this thing could be the representation of whatever it is that you've been giving your power away to, right? It's like it's been causing some conflict, Five of Swords energy. It's possibly been an environment or a person or relationship that's been pulling you away from your path, pulling you away from your purpose, from your life's work. And whatever this is, I do feel that it has the Hierophant energy all over it. Even though this is your card, Taurus, this is an energy that you're more so beginning to walk away from, because the Hierophant is all about traditions, all about the status quo, all about the cookie cutter lifestyle, right? It's all about doing things the way that other things, or the way that other people do them. The herd mentality, the sheep, right? And I feel like because you guys are becoming the emperor, you're starting to separate yourself from the herd. You're starting to stand out in ways that separates you from society as a whole, right? It's like once you become an individual, once you go through the path of individuation, which the hermit knows about, right? You awaken to your true self. You awaken to the knowledge of yourself. You awaken to your uniqueness, the things that make you different from other people. Your perception and way of looking at life changes, and you're no longer following the subconscious, or the collective unconscious, right? Carl Jung, he talks a lot about this in his work, The Fool's Journey, and also about the process of individuation. And he talks about how when you're first born and before you go through the process of awakening, you're on the path of the collective unconscious, and you're doing things unconsciously, just like everybody else, right? You're tied into the unconscious mind of everyone, right? And this is before you become awakened to your own subconscious mind, right? But once you go into the hermit mode, which I feel like a lot of you guys have done already, you go deep into the crevices of your subconscious mind. You uncover a lot of things that have been hidden from you, your gifts, your talents, your abilities, right? You uncover your true nature, the knowledge of yourself. And then the hermit starts to make his way back to consciousness, right? After you've went down into the subconscious and dealt with the darkness, dealt with your shadow self, dealt with the struggles of the shadow and the dark night of the soul, right? You return to the conscious mind, you return home, right? And then you separate yourself, and you're automatically separated from the collective unconscious, which the Hierophant represents, the status quo, the order, the tradition of everything, right? A lot of times this is represented in religion, right? The spirituality that, most people get into because they don't have knowledge of their self, right? The traditional spirituality. But you guys have been awakening for a while, so I feel like you're starting to walk away from a lot of things that, you know, come from the pressure of society, right? Come from the pressure of your environment, of your culture, of your family, of your friends. It's like you no longer can be pressured into walking a certain way, living a certain way, right? Operating a certain way. It's like you have shed that energy. So I feel that you're showing up as the emperor in the month of September because you're wanting to make a point to society as a whole. You're wanting to make a point to, the people that surround you that try to kind of keep you in that box. It's like you're showing up as the emperor and you're like, okay, look, this is my life. This is what I'm doing. This is how I do it. It doesn't look anything like what you do. No, it doesn't look anything how the rest of the world operates. Not at all. But this is my vision. This is my path. This is my purpose, right? And so it's a very strong month for you guys, is what I feel, Taurus. It's like you're taking a stand, for a lot of people. And this may be another level of taking a stand that maybe you haven't really done yet. It's like you're really separating yourself. You're really starting to stand out like a sore thumb, is what I feel here. And other people are seeing this, and I feel like you're needing to make a certain statement in the month of September. We have the 10 of Cups that comes out. Yeah, because this is all about where you're heading. This is all about what brings you emotional fulfillment, right? This is all about you tapping into your happiness, your joy, what makes you feel balanced in life, right? What makes you feel alive is the 10 of Cups. And your 10 of Cups is really connected to your vision. It's really connected to the empire that you're trying to build, Taurus, right? It's connected to the freedom that you found from awakening, from becoming conscious and no longer being a bot or a sheep or connected to the herd mentality. And so the freedom that you're finding in expressing your truth and taking your power back and becoming an individual and also operating as an individual in society is the thing that is bringing you this 10 of Cups energy, right? The love of self, the love of, who you are in the world, how you show up in the world. a lot of emotional enjoyment and fulfillment is coming through in the month of September, is what I feel, because you guys are making those power moves as the emperor, and you're doing this. You're going against the grain in some sort of way, is what I feel, Taurus. Like you're swimming upstream. You're not just going with the flow of the status quo, but you're going with the flow of the universe, right? And whenever we do that, a lot of times you run up against, let's bring that five of swords energy back. You run up against the matrix, right? This is the representation of that matrix energy. Things that are set into motion that have been around for a very long time. But this is the artificial matrix, right? Whenever we're talking about the system of control or the system of um, herd mentality, or people that follow the mainstream trends and things of that nature, right? But you're breaking from out of that. You're breaking and shattering that glass ceiling. It no longer is holding you captive, right? You've done the work as the hermit. You've went deep into your subconscious mind. So some of you guys are really needing to make that point in September that, yeah, that doesn't work for me. Like I'm not a part of the herd. I'm not just a regular person. I become individualized, right? Like I know myself now. So I can't just follow the mainstream trend. Okay, so let's pull some more for you guys. We have the Justice card that comes out, and we have the Two of Swords. So for some of you guys, you could definitely be possibly fighting for something in the month of September, is what I feel. For some of you guys, this could be a legal action that's been possibly taken against you, or you could be wanting to take legal action against some sort of major organization or establishment. I feel like that's a very small number of you guys, but going on a deeper level, right? This Justice card represents balance, and it represents karmic retribution, right? And I feel like this is the time for you guys to get your karmic rewards, to get a lot of karmic retribution. Going into the second half of 2020, I've been seeing this for you guys, Taurus. It's like you're stepping into a time of your harvest. You're stepping into a time of a lot of opportunities coming that match your true purpose. And you're also getting a lot of payback, right? Because you guys have been on this path of doing the work, and you've been on this path of experiencing a lot of um harsh lessons and burdens and duties and responsibilities, right? And this Justice card, right, is under the rulership of Saturn, right? So what we've been talking about this whole time is the Saturnian world, right? We're talking about the matrix that's built in a way, you know, to kind of control you and to push you to go along with the status quo, right? And so a lot of times we get stuck in that matrix because there is some karma that's really stuck to our energy. This could be from past lives, it could be early on in your life, but you're needing to work out that karma. And a lot of times you work out that karma inside of the matrix, right? But then you get to a point where you've paid off your karmic debt, this Justice card, and you've balanced the scales. So now you get into this space of graduating from out of the rulership of Saturn, right? And Saturn rewards you, right? When you pay off that karmic debt to Saturn, when you learn the lessons of Saturn, which is all about hard work, discipline, right? Consistency, perseverance, duties, responsibilities. Once you do that, it's like you crack open the karmic rewards of Saturn. And so some of you guys are getting this payback in September. You're getting some blessings, some opportunities that are coming out of nowhere, is what I feel for a lot of you Tauruses out here, right? Two of Swords energy is also here too. So some of you guys could be dealing with a decision that you're having to make in September. You could almost possibly feel double-minded in a certain way, like being pulled in one direction and then being pulled back over here. But I feel like this is where you're really needing to make a stand. You're really needing to choose a path. You're really needing to step into that emperor energy. And a lot of you guys are being called to step into that emperor energy, to boss up, to take control, right? And the fight or struggle, once again, may be with the fact that you're either wanting to go along with the flow and take the easy route and swim downstream and go along with what everybody else is doing, what seems easy, right? Or go against the grain and go with something that looks like it takes a little bit more work and a little more effort and consistency. But this is what you've been learning over time, Taurus, is how to take the hard path, how to thrive and flourish on the hard path, right? The narrow path, right? Not a lot of people go down the narrow path. A lot of people go down the wide path in life that seems easy, the road that has been traveled, right? Instead of going down the road less traveled. So you're having to make a decision, Taurus. I feel like in the month of September, if you're going to go with the status quo, if you're going to go with the collective unconscious and follow the herd, or if you're going to stand out and be your true self, be an individual, right? So I like this reading for you guys, Taurus. I like this energy. I really feel like we're like tapping into some of your Akashic record energy is what I feel right here, Taurus. I don't know why, but Knight of Cups is coming out. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So Knight of Cups energy. Some of you guys are in this place of kind of taking a journey or possibly taking a trip. Somebody could be traveling or moving to different spaces in the month of September. Some of you guys could be relocating, transferring jobs or transferring work locations is what I'm kind of picking up. Or some of you guys are just traveling, traveling to see family or traveling to see friends. And I feel like this is going to be a very enjoyable travel for the people that are hitting the road or taking flights. I feel like you're definitely going to be safe. You guys might be worried about that for some of the people that are traveling in September. But this is going to be a very enjoyable trip for my Tauruses that are like, moving somewhere or traveling somewhere. This is something that I feel like you're going to enjoy. Now, on a deeper level, this Knight of Cups energy, right, is talking about um, the pursuit of happiness, right? The Knight of Cups is always in the pursuit of happiness or emotional fulfillment. And if any of you guys saw the movie Pursuit of Happiness, that's one of my like best films to watch. Will Smith, Pursuit of Happiness. But the pursuit of happiness is not easy, right? If you saw that movie that Will Smith was in, it was about the struggle. And he had to struggle, like I've been talking about in this reading, until he got that karmic payoff, until he received the payoff for all of that work and hard work. And so you guys are still on that path towards, is what I feel. You're still pushing, you're still persevering, you're still, almost like struggling a little bit to get that full emotional fulfillment, right? That the Knight of Cups is searching for. So you guys are still on this path. And I feel like this card came out for you in your last reading, right? Your emotions are definitely at the forefront of things that are inspiring you, things that are pushing you to take control of your life, to make changes, to shift things in your world, because this King of Cups or Knight of Cups energy is talking about the pursuit of emotional fulfillment and happiness. And I feel like you guys are becoming closer and closer to that because we had the 10 of Cups energy, and because you're doing this thing of the Emperor to take control. It's like, this is not the time to be passive. This is not the time to go with the flow and just allow whatever it is to happen in your world. This is the time to make very strong intentions, make a very strong statement about what it is that you want and where it is that you're heading, especially when it, excuse me, especially when it comes down to the your connection with the universe and your communication with the universe, right? It's like the universe needs to know where you view yourself, what you want in order to bring it to you, right? So this isn't a time to be double-minded with the Two of Swords. This isn't a time to be in a place where you're like, well, I kind of want this, but I don't really know. I don't know if I want that for sure. You know, it would be cool to have that, but yeah, I don't know if I really, maybe I want this. It's like if you are this way when it comes down to your overall goals in your life, Taurus, this is a time in September to get very clear on the path to separate yourself from what you don't want and what it is that you do want, right? Like I said, the path is taking on it's a fork in the road. A piece of your path is breaking off in September is what I feel, right? You're kind of walking on thin ice because it's like this is almost like a test for some of you Tauruses to see like are you going to step up to the plate, right? Because the universe is only rewarding the people that are willing to stand up for what they believe in and really go after what they really want, right? It's like it's no other way to get what it is that you envision for your life. You can't just sit back and think that it's all gonna just come to you, right? Sometimes you have to be the emperor. Sometimes you have to get into the chariot, right? And force your will on your environment. All right, so right behind that we have the king, I mean not the king, but the queen of fire, Queen of Wands energy. So some of you guys could be dealing with a fire sign in your energy in the month of September. This could be a friend, this could be a family member, a mother. Um, but I do feel like there's somebody here that is wanting to connect with you or possibly be closer to you in the month of September. Now, this person could be somebody that's very well known or popular, um, that is very magnetic, has a very magnetic personality and aura about themselves. But I do feel like they're wanting to socialize with you, whoever this person is. They're wanting to possibly introduce you to people that they know or have you connect with a network that they're a part of. I really feel this strongly for some Tauruses. So this could definitely be somebody that is trying to help you kind of expand your brand or help you get in connection with other people that are like-minded with what it is that you're doing or you're trying to achieve. Now, this could also be your energy, Taurus. You could be the one that is becoming very social in the month of September and stepping out there, stepping out of your shell, shining your light, being your true, authentic self, and drawing a lot of attention and getting a lot of recognition for this. So if this is not somebody you know, this definitely could be you. And it makes sense for you to kind of draw attention to yourself because you are taking a stand in some sort of way. In September, it's like you're pushing yourself out there. You're separating yourself in some sort of way. So people that do that a lot of times get a lot of attention. Whether it's good attention or bad attention, they get the attention, right? And so you guys could be feeling that in the month of September. Let's pull a few more cards. Let's go with the Wild Unknown because for some reason I feel like we still have more messages for you, Taurus. And I don't know how far we are in your reading, but let's just get a little bit more. All right, let's see. All right, yeah, the Two of Swords comes out again. Yes, and the Ace of Swords. So let me show you guys this card because the Two of Swords energy is coming out first, and we already talked about this energy, but I like the illustration of this card because it's almost representing this eclipse energy, right? When the moon comes in and blots out the sun or blocks the sun. And so we have two polarized energies here, the moon and the sun. And we have two ends of the spectrum that are kind of crossing paths for you in the month of September. This is why you're at a crossroads. This is why you are at a fork in the road, is what I feel. Because both of your polarized energies, Taurus, right? When we're talking about duality, this could be your feminine and masculine properties. This could be your subconscious and conscious mind. They're coming to really meet each other right now, is what I feel. But you're needing to make some sort of decision as to like which one you're choosing to follow, right? And really I feel like this is just the separation of yourself and the world in general, right? So it's like you're going to feel this pull in two different directions, but you're needing to make the decision as to what direction you're going to head in with the Ace of Swords, because I feel like a lot of Tauruses are already clear on what path you want to head in life and what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. But there's a certain amount of action that's needed to be taken with this Ace of Swords energy. And this is the strength that you have coming through for you to take that action, right? This is the type of clarity that motivates and inspires with this Ace of Swords energy. This is a gift from the universe, okay? And it's also talking about a certain evolution of your mind. So some of you guys are breaking through the mold or breaking through some of the things that have limited your mind in the past, that have made you indecisive, right? And a lot of this goes back to that pressure that we all feel from the matrix and from society. And so some of you guys are really breaking through that societal pull on you to be this way and operate in this way and to do this. And a lot of times that comes from family and friends, right? The people that are closest to us, that are still plugged into the matrix, that have not yet awakened to the knowledge of their self, and they're still part of the herd. They're still part of that herd mentality. So some of you guys are really having a face off with this in the month of September, is what I feel here. Let's get a few more. Hopefully we're not too far over on the time. If I'm boring you guys, you can click off the video, but I still feel like we're kind of like fishing for more messages here. So let's see. Universe, what do you have? All right, so some of the same energy is coming out, so maybe we are kind of like at the end. The Mother of Wands pops out again. So very important energy to you guys in the month of September is the Mother of Wands here, right? It's like your passion and what you guys are trying to create really needs to be protected in the month of September. The path that you're trying to head in, you really are going to have to stand up for it. Just like this mother is ready to fight for her children that are about to be born, right? Her eggs that are about to hatch. It's like she's ready to strike. She's coiled up and ready to be combative. And some of you guys, like I said, are having this face off with your world here, and you're needing to protect all of this work that you have been doing. You're needing to protect this new world that you're giving birth to, Taurus. And the thing that is really coming to, I feel, test you and fight against you is your environment, is the matrix itself, is what I feel, because this is the newborn right here, right? The Page of Pentacles, your new beginning, your new start. Something here is being birthed out in September, or may have already been birthed out for you, Taurus, but you're needing to continue to nurture it. You're needing to continue to protect it, because it's at a very vulnerable stage right now. When we're talking about a Page of Pentacles, this is a new beginning that needs to be fed, that needs to be watered, right? Just like a new babe or a new baby, right? It's like this is a very promising space that you're moving into, Taurus, but Mama Bear needs to definitely protect, her baby right now. And the world is really, I feel like trying to come against you in some sort of way. I don't know what this is, but I feel like you guys are really needing to stand your ground in the month of September, Taurus. And that's really the basis of your message, is what I feel here. That might be like the name of your reading, is Stand Your Ground. Let's pull a fairy card, and then I'm going to wrap it up for you guys, because I feel like this is like just going way over time. So, oh yeah, I knew it would come out sooner or later, the Chariot. And I was just talking about this earlier in the reading, right? You guys are on the move. Some of you guys are traveling. Some of you guys are just moving full speed ahead in your life. And you don't really have the time to slow down or to be blocked by, something. So you're needing to stand up for yourself. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline. What was I just talking about? I'm sorry. I'm like, I get like excited when the cards line up. Celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. This is what I'm talking about. This is like the sum of your reading, the chariot energy. Let me focus in on this so you guys can see this. Yeah, you're moving full speed ahead, right? Some of you guys are seeing the momentum come into your world, and you need to be on board with the chariot, is what I'm feeling, Taurus. Don't get left behind. Don't, you know, allow this train to move without you, is what I'm really feeling, right? Because I do feel like there's an energy that's kind of trying to block your progress, and it really for a lot of you guys could be in your mind, because we have Two of Swords, which is mental energy, and you're needing to really do away with the old you, do away with that old herd mentality, right? With the unawakened self, trying to still have power over you. Take your power back is what I feel, and you are the driver of this chariot. Yeah, so let me read that again. Success that comes from dedication and self discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. You've been doing the work, Taurus, and there's more work to be done, you know? So go against the grain, swim upstream is what I'm feeling by this message, and stand up and stand out. I'm going to wrap it up right there for you guys, Taurus. Hopefully that resonated with you. If it did, let me know about it in the comments. If you're brand new to the channel, you can subscribe, like, share the video. You guys can also follow me on IG if you're brand new here at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. If you're looking to book a personal reading with me, you can book that in the description of the video. It'll have all the details about that. I will see you guys in the middle of September to check in with you on our mid-month check-in. Until then, stay safe and later.